Okay, I didn't even know this was a thing until Sabersparks reviewed it and my Discord server were begging me to review this thing. I really like it when CGI animated movies try to go for a handmade look or harken back to animation styles from the 60s or even earlier. Netflix seems to have this daredevil attitude about charging headlong into animated feature productions, and this rebellious approach, though risky, has actually paid off. This animated movie, based on the children's book of the same name, which I have never read or heard about until now, feels like a mashup between the Addams Family or Lemony Snicket to me. It has a style reminiscent of cartoons like Dexter's Lab or, Powerpuff Girls or, I don't know, some other cartoon from that era. You know what I'm getting at. It has a slapstick energy with a grisly edge, which I really like. The story is about these 4 kids who are neglected by their parents, who are obsessed with each other and completely ignore their kids. Think Morticia and Gomez Addams levels of schmaltz, except imagine if they hated their children. That's pretty much what these parents are like. So the kids decide to orphan themselves, yeah, you heard that right, by making their parents run away. They send them off on a vacation touring the world in the most dangerous of places, hoping that they'll have some sort of accident that would kill them off. On the surface, it seems quaint and charming, but there's something unsettling bubbling beneath the surface, and I kind of like that sort of feeling, where the rules of the world don't really make any sense, but you just go with it for the sake of the story. It has a visual style that lands somewhere between a Wes Anderson film and a Roald Dahl book, like those Edward Gorey illustrations. Fantastic Mr. Fox or Isle of Dogs was directed by Wes Anderson and has this sort of style where the camera is locked in place and has this minimalistic cinematic mood. It's probably most obvious in the scene where Tim is making the travel brochure. It has a manic energy about it, and it moves at a very fast pace, almost too fast at times. And yeah, it's hyperactive, which could have easily made it annoying, but it actually works. And Ricky Gervais' wall-breaking commentary acts as your tour guide as a blue cynical cat, and is probably the only role of his I actually like. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Ricky Gervais. Sorry. I think if I have to say anything bad about this movie, is that there's far too much going on in it, and yeah, the seams are about ready to burst here. But, this film has a sort of stop-motion quality to it. Handmade quality, like I've already said. The characters were designed by Craig Kelman, who also worked on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, Hotel Transylvania 2 and 3, and The Addams Family, which explains so much here. The film was also directed by Cody Cameron, the director of Cloudy 2 and Open Season 3. He was also a story artist for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so there's so much explained here. It seems that this film had the perfect people behind the scenes making sure that this film went against the usual formula or ingredients needed for making an animated feature. And I think in this day and age, that's pretty important. I mean, I adore Pixar and I love DreamWorks and of course I love Disney, but having these quirky films coming from smaller and unknown studios keeps the industry, at least the Western animation industry, feeling fresh. I really enjoyed this movie. Alright, it didn't blow me away or anything, but it was still a fun watch. Yeah, I recommend this. Go watch it, guys. It's on Netflix. I'm Mad Munchkin. Stay creative.